Welcome back, folks. We have the Dow down 297, NASDAQ off 51, S&P's off 24. Let's go to our man Victor in Paramus, New Jersey. Hey, Victor, what's going on, brother?
Yeah. How you doing? Remember I said 666 times 3 is 1998. That's where we're going. But next thing, BHC, that's Bausch Health Co. My wife's, boss is really high on this stock. It used to be VRX. And the CEO used to be from Dendrion. I don't know if you remember Dendrion.
Yeah, I remember all those. So isn't this Bausch and Lomb? This used to be Bausch and Lomb, right?
Yeah. Should I touch this thing? I don't know.
No,
Back to where she told me to buy it. At
no,
17
not yet,
years
not
ago.
yet. No. So the low is 1444. The high is 2845. Let's bring this back. So this has been a one-way trade.
This CEO makes me leery, though. He made Dendrion go bankrupt. I don't know if you remember that.
So watch this. Last month we went from 22 to 17, and it's subtle, but you can see that expansion of volume.
I think that's
40
a
million.
it
is. Okay, it's last week. So last week, bottom line, you went from 22 to 17, 40 million shares. That was going into 21 million shares. That was going into 111. Now, the 111... You can see the top of that's 19 and the bottom is $14.44.
That's March of 18 this year, that weekly, yeah.
And then if we go back over to, November?
Of 17,
yeah. That's 1574 to 1172. So I'd wait around to like 1444, because what you try to do is this, Victor. I like it when there's two levels like that are very close to each other. Do you know what I mean? You get the level from...
Right.
1172. Go ahead.
I'm just going to zoom in a little bit.
Yeah.
There we go. So
okay. So you get that level from 1172 to 1574.
It's the weekend. Yep, November 10th of 17. Yeah.
And then you get the next one.
Where are you going?
Right there.
Yeah.
1444. So that level there, at that 1444, should have some really good support. You see what I'm saying? And because you already had volume come out last week, I just wait for it to get down into that level. And if it rejects it, you get action,
Looks like the plunge protection team is working right now. I see Apple going up pretty big. I see the S&P, everything's going up. You got heavy volume today, too, in 1 hour.
Yeah, well, they formally are in session right now. I believe this is...
What do you think the market's going to end? What do you think happens on Wednesday when everybody comes back all like the big traders?
I mean, the bottom line is that you should get a bounce in this market, but as I started the program off, I think this is a real problem, man. I think we have real problems right until the end of the year, because there's no support in between here and that November level, man. I don't see us going down another 10% next week, but I don't see a bounce happening that is substantial either, I just don't see it.
Right. What about this stock LOB? My brother's kid works for it, and he swears by this company like he works for it. They do a bank. They lend to
small business
lawyers,
lending. The company offers loans to veterinary pharmacies, investments.
The CEO just bought like 100, 200,000 shares.
Okay, so
he bought 350,000 shares at $16 a share. It's back to the IPO price.
Oof.
Yeah, don't touch this, man.
It's quite a second half of this year.
Well, it seems like they're trying to crush the bank stocks. I don't know. SKF isn't going up that fast, though. I don't know. Are they going to do another financial thing like they did in 2009?
No. The market is not that far over its head. Meaning, when I say the market, I'm talking about the debt market. I'm not talking about, this is, there's a huge differential, folks, of the equity market versus the debt market. In 2007, 2008, that was a debt crisis that everyone got wiped out. Now, this is going to be serious business because people are going to feel like they have a lot less money. There's no doubt about that, okay? The differential, however, is that there's plenty of people that are not in the marketplace,
Yeah, I'm waiting to get in. I'm waiting for it to crash. But check out SRLN. It's an ETF on senior loans. They're saying that's where the money's getting tight right now or something.
What is it? Well, no. Okay, so let's talk about this for a second. This is so bizarre. And there's no doubt, but high yield money. I can't even figure out how companies make money on high yield money, okay? And high yield money you're talking about companies that actually pay 17 to 20% for money.
Sure.
It's like, okay, I can understand that but how do you make money as a company? You better have one of the best inventions in the world if you have spreads of more than that. So that's always about greed. Do you know what I'm saying? That to me, that's not a problem when that dries up, because that should dry up, the first one to dry up, because as long as the boats keep going up, people seem to always want more interest, and so they take in so much more risk. Well, the statistic on that high yield money over the course of years, is that 30% of it goes default. So it's like, and of course when I read it, I said, that totally makes sense. If you're paying 20%, it's like, okay, well, that's the people the professionals that are still in that still make money, because that you can still make money. But I'd pay more attention to the mortgage notes, which they're not going they're not even going in default. I can tell you the difference between the now and 2007, 2006 and 5. We don't have the default rates are not going up, so doesn't mean they won't.
Well, the more the market goes down, the more busier I get at work with I do surveying and engineering, because the mortgage rates come down.
Yeah. No, I agree. No, listen, what will end up happening here, there's plenty of people that stayed out of the market and stayed in, whether it's the real estate part of the market, and there'll be more people in there very quick, and they'll go through.
Coming back.
Well, it's when they still cash flow. The bottom line is that, hey, it might be a slower way to go up, but now there's going to be another gut-wrenching deal on the way down. That.
So do you think we're going to have a bounce at all? It looks like the market's trying to bounce now. At the end of the day, it's going to be down.
My take is that we're down at the end of the day. Yeah, I don't see this thing going up.
Thursday and Friday. That's right. Wednesday's options expiration. Don't you have to be delta neutral again after triple witching by Wednesday?
Well, what happened is that I see a sideways to lower market right until the first.
Really?
We'll get a real market. Probably. It won't even be the day after New Year's. I'd say it'd be the next Monday after that.
Agree.
That's when you better get locked and loaded.
Get a full trading week.
And get ready for some action, man. Yeah.
Everybody back at their desk.
Right.
You have a good New Year.
Okay, man. You too.
Thanks.
Have a great one, Victor.